Viewers, with us on NewsX at this hour, Dr. Rashri Abrol. She is the sister-in-law of Twisha. Dr. Abrol, thank you so much for speaking with us. And the first question, of course, that I want to ask you is, let me just ask you, what happened on the day when you found out Twisha was dead? And how did you find out that she was dead?
My mother and I, we were in touch with her. We were talking to her, and the last call was made to my mother-in-law by Mrs. Twisha, and she was talking to her, and there was a conversation. Then there were also there were a conversation, and that's when we heard Mr. Samar Singh in the background, screaming and shouting, and the phone got disconnected abruptly. We then had been calling them constantly. That is when we considering then we couldn't connect to Mrs. Twisha Sharma. So we were calling Mr. Samar Singh constantly. There were rings going, but there was no, he wasn't answering the call. We did this constantly, and then eventually we had to call Mrs. Girbala Singh. And the last call that was made between my mother-in-law and Mrs. Twisha Sharma, when Mrs. Twisha Sharma called, that was at 10:05 on 12th of May. Then after a point, we had to call Mrs. Girbala Singh, and she just picked up casually. And my mother-in-law said she is crying inconsolably. Could you go and check upon them? And Samar Singh, he's right there. Something's happening. Can you just go and check? And she was that call was made frantically. She responded okay, I will go and check. And then there was no call thereafter. And again, we called her again after 5 minutes or so. To check. We were constantly calling. There was no reply from her. And after 5 minutes, she did respond, and then she said, then again, we've been calling. In between, we were also calling Mrs. Twisha and Mr. Samar Singh. Then the mother-in-law again answers the call, my mother-in-law, and she said that she has Fasi hai. Fasi laga di usne. That is when my father-in-law and my mother-in-law lost their calm. They were already very upset, and that's when happened. After this, then that is when we just constantly calling these people, no answer, again, no answer. Number of calls were made. And then I got in touch with Mrs. Girbala Singh, and I said, what is really happening, Amma? Because we call her Amma, as Twisha would call her. Oh, Amma, what is really happening? She's like, she's not breathing. I'm like, please give compressions then. And this is all happening in the course of 5-10 minutes. That is very, 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 we had a call with her at 10:05. The next 15 minutes is what we heard, she's not breathing. So we said, just give compressions. And I also explained how to do that. Then she shouted, and again, she cut the call. Then again, we've been just calling. And then she told me that, they're en route to the hospital. During this while, Samar Singh didn't answer the call, of course. But then she said, we're en route. So I said, please tell us what is really the situation. I can guide you. I can possibly guide you as to what is happening. Considering I'm the doctor, I tell you how to go back. She's like, I cannot tell you, she's in the other car with Samar, then someone named Swaraj. And that is when we give me the phone or contact number to Mr. Swaraj. So she didn't. Then again, we've been calling. She's like, please sabr rakho, मैं नहीं बता सकती हूँ, अभी आपको assess करके नहीं बता सकती हूँ, आप थोड़ा सब्र कीजिए. And she was absolutely calm, and I was so taken aback by that. So then again, I called her, and I asked her, please, I need Swaraj's number because we cannot contact Mr. Samar Singh. He has left the phone at home. So I'm like, please give me the contact to Mr. Swaraj. And that's when so we still couldn't get in touch with him. We'd been calling, and around the same time, I asked a relative of mine who was in Bhopal to reach there ASAP because this was definitely very fishy. The entire time, it was absolutely fishy. And then after a very long time, she reached the hospital. And then she just calls very casually again. She picks up the call. She hasn't called us once. I had to call, and I'm like, Mama, what has really happened? Just tell me. She's she is no more. And then I said, I need to get in touch with a doctor. So I apparently get in touch. So, of course, that's what happened. So this is the whole story about it. And this is the end. And after that, not a single call from the husband, which is Mr. Samar Singh, or Mrs. Girbala Singh, the mother-in-law at whose residence this happened and whose daughter-in-law allegedly, as mentioned by the accused, has hanged herself. So this was something, and the entire time until we reached the hospital, the AIIMS Bhopal, and even after we reached the mortuary, not a single family member of the Singh family were present there, and that was something. So after that, it's just a fight for justice for Twisha Sharma. After that, that's all what we are at.
Dr. Roll, I want to ask you a specific question, which is about the police's action. What about the police's first action actually made you suspicious?
There are plenty things I would say since the beginning. The first fact that there was no police informed by Mrs. Girbala Singh herself or the accused. Considering even if they were talked or taken aback by the incidents, somebody from the family could have made a call considering they are in the judiciary themselves. But my husband was the one who made the call to the police to go and have a look and inspect the scene and the situation. So that is something definitely the first thing that is that raises too many suspicion here. And what police did was there was definitely too many lapses happening here, I would say. And considering that there's no FIR had been lodged, when you know that it is such a case and everything is out there, considering everybody knows what they have studied or what their rules and laws, no FIR or a complaint had been registered. Why so? Why did we have to fight for a day or more than that just to get an FIR lodged in a medical legal case is something, again, quite questionable from everyone and on their behalf. So that is something again.
And Dr. Abrol, when it comes to the post-mortem, because that is critical, why do you suspect that a shoddy post-mortem was done?
The post-mortem report has the basics of a disease compromised from every basic detail that is to be mentioned and verified and mentioned in any document, considering these are medical legal cases. And that is something which is again also the second most important thing. The ligature material has never been submitted by the IO or the police to the forensic team for the analysis. So that again is a very, very shoddy work on the part of the police and the judiciary. And again, the basics, considering if basics are compromised, is something I cannot believe that that could be done. Because as I'm also an MBBS graduate, and these are the basic things that we've been taught by our seniors and everyone in the medical fraternity, to be very diligent with the basics and details of the patient when you mention and you enter them. So this is something that I cannot withstand.
Dr. Abrol, accusations by the mother-in-law says that Twisha was a drug addict and she questioned her home visits. How do you respond to that?
Could you come back again?
Dr. Abrol, we're talking about the fact that Twisha's mother-in-law has made serious allegations. She's called Twisha a drug addict. How do you respond to that?
That I think should be spoken about in the court itself. I do not believe in that because I know the other side of the story and certain facts claimed by Mrs. Girbala Singh herself against her son about his conduct while he was studying in the college regarding the same matter. So rather than divulging, I think these are the facts which should be fought against in the court. And these are the facts and things. So rather than accusing your daughter-in-law of things that your son is doing, it again shows what your conduct and what your mentality is like. And if such people are in the judiciary, I believe judiciary has failed the nation miserably and all the women in the society.